great thing where, like, there was a point where Judd sees his wife's face instead of the child's face. That's something that happened in the novel, so I thought that was good. Looks like I'm about to run out of time here, so I'll just kind of make this. I'll try to finish this up quick, but at the end, instead of Lewis burning the house down and just bringing his wife, um, Ellie kills her own mother. Well, the thing inside of Ellie kills Ellie's mother, drags Ellie's mother to the the burial ground, and had left the lights on and everything at Judd's house, so convinced Lewis to go to Judd's house and see what was going on over there. Tricked him so that he it could kill the rest of the family. Lewis runs back over there just as the mother is yelling, take Gage, and tosses him out, drops him out a window at Lewis, who catches him and puts him in the car, locks up the car, and tells him, don't open up the car for anybody, not even Ellie, no matter what, no matter what. And goes off and, tries to chase down Ellie, gets knocked out. That's when Ellie takes the mother out and buries her. And then when he comes to, he goes out to the pet cemetery, hears Ellie talking, and, goes to attempt, there's this huge fight. He gets stabbed, and he throws her down. He's on top of her trying to strangle her to death, and she plays that trick that dead people always play, dead possessed people, where the face just changes and looks perfect and fine, and no, daddy, I'm okay, we can still be a family. And he just picks up the shovel over his head, and he's about ready to just slam it down into her, when in this version, this iron bar thrusts out of his chest and then gets pulled back, and he falls. And it's the mother, Rachel, behind him, who's come back to life. And then it just kind of, cuts to Gage sitting in the car, and it's daylight out, and, Judd's house is on fire for whatever reason. And, yeah, he looks up and he sees his family walking towards him, and the cat hops up on the hood of the car, and Lewis comes over to the driver's side window and just kind of gets down onto the window, and Gage looks up at him, and you hear the beep beep of the car unlocking with one of the remote unlock devices, and cut to black, roll credits. The ending was pretty terrifying. Wasn't quite as good as the novel or the original film, that just kind of implied things. And also, I kind of feel that Lewis is a unique character. That is just something I wanted to throw in and add. Lewis in the original film and in the novel especially is a unique character in that, despite not actually having an arc, he's still a compelling character. And the reason I say he does not have an arc is because he makes the same mistake over and over again, and he just doesn't learn, he doesn't grow, he doesn't change. He continues to screw up badly and do the same exact thing that led to a horrible result before, expecting something different to happen this time. And it just really, despite not changing throughout the entire story, he's still an identifiable character, and in fact more so because he doesn't change, because not everybody changes. But as far as remaking the film with all of the changes that they made, well, It's not that I wouldn't recommend going to see it, because it's a fine enough film, but sometimes Dead really is better, and maybe they should have just left this one alone, or at least not made all the changes that they did, and tried to follow, they tried to follow the book closely in some parts, and then just vastly went off on another tangent in others. And I think if they just try to follow the book as closely as they possibly can, sure, they won't be able to have the internal conflict bits that, um, Lewis experiences, that are all in his mind. But everything else that happens in the novel, if they just try to follow that, it would be an excellent horror film without adding anything, without changing anything, and if they did that, I would love that film. But as it stands, while this was good, it was really just kind of a gore fest in some parts and not frightening. So I'll leave it at that because I see I'm almost at 40 minutes here. Thank you all for listening to me rant about this for 40 minutes if you've made it through all of this. And if you have, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and leave comments. Let me know what you think about the novel, the original film, the new one if you've seen it. Just let me know your thoughts. Take care.